City Cars. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is representing Kaiser Academy. It's Tom Staerke. And his opponent standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, representing Team Leeds. It's Rhys, Butler.
Go our third contest of the evening, an amateur bantamweight bout, pitching Tom Staerke fighting in the blue corner, the black and purple Venom, taking on Rhys Butler fighting out of Team Elite in the longer black shorts. And we touch gloves, and here we go, Mr. Furness.
Yeah, this should be an interesting fight. Both guys looking in great shape.
Staerke straight away throwing a heavy inside leg kick, and then looking to land the body as well.
Yeah, I mean, you see this a lot at the start of fights. Guys coming in with kicks, testing the range a little bit. You can be a bit longer with the kicks, just see how your opponent reacts before you get in the pocket, start throwing punches. Again, a big slam there. That was excellently timed. You saw Staerke come in with a big kick. Butler timed it and put him on his back. The first of any ground action we've seen tonight.
Absolutely, and we get to see now Butler working. Is he in the half?
I think there's 1 foot on the hip, and yeah, sort of a mixed foot on the hip, half guard from there.
I like to see that again. Butler there, a little bit of head fight, losing that head position.
Tight overhook. Sometimes there's an arm lock from there. Maybe that might be what Staerke's looking for. Sometimes you get like that meal lock from that position when you have a tight whizzer.
But doing real well with the head fight and the head positioning there. He's trying to work from the position, get a bit of posture up, but he's making it uncomfortable just by driving that forehead under the chin.
Yeah, and Staerke is just doing enough to control Butler with that really tight overhook. So Butler can't posture up or land any shots yet. So he's really got to work on trying to limp arm that arm out to try and get past. I mean, Staerke doing a good job, great job of underneath, of not taking any damage.
Absolutely, and using that butterfly really well as well.
And you can try, obviously working for submissions from there, triangles, his sweeps as well from the overhook side. He's actually trying to sweep him to the opposite side.
Excellent.
I think he's got double overs now, so take that back.
But again, you know, traveled real well on the bottom, moved with his opponent, wouldn't allow Butler at all to get a dominant position there. Yeah. Very good defense from his back.
I mean, Butler's had maybe a minute on top so far, and he's not managed to land a single significant strike. And that's credit to Staerke's work from the bottom. He might be trying to set up a triangle there.
And again, you know, the amount of work he's doing off the bottom, you know, from the judging perspective now, he's the busier fighter.
Yeah, he's trying to do more. He's landed a few shots from the bottom, trying to sweep. Butler really is in it, just tied up there. He needs to try and get his right arm free, that overhook of Staerke. I think he's just real strong holding on with that, and Butler's not allowed any distance at all. A couple of little left hands got through then, but that's really all he's managed to land from the top.
Oh, big. Here's the 10-second cracker, I think, and unfires.
Yeah. Staerke manages to turn him over, get on top. It looked like Butler was, he heard the 10-second clapper, looked like he was trying to go for the arm, which is not a bad option from there. But Staerke had timed it well, manages to get on top for the first time in the round with a couple of seconds left. But yeah, I mean, you know, that's a difficult one. You see a real big takedown for Butler to get him on top, but wasn't able to land much offense from the top. As Butler working hard from the bottom, and then finishes with a takedown of his own. It'd be interesting to see how that goes.
I mean, he was successful in controlling Staerke, but he was not successful in advancing his positions or doing any kind of significant damage whatsoever. Staerke from his back, landing a few shots, making Butler work. Interesting first round. Seconds are clearing as we get ready for the second of 3 rounds in this bantamweight contest. Again,
so look very evenly matched there, Steve, first 3 minutes.
Yeah, it was again, it's a lot of groundwork, but again, entertaining. Both guys working hard. touch the gloves and see if it's see if Staerke goes back to the kicks to open the round.
Yeah, he was the aggressor in the striking exchange in the first round. Little Superman punch there from Butler.
Follows it up with the high left kick.
Brings a finger out of the glove.
Corner there saying not to stop unless the referee stops it, but
He did.
a bit of sportsmanship there is not too shabby.
And he replies in kind with Superman punch to Staerke, but again overcommits, and a big takedown for Butler. He managed to take it down straight into side control, but Staerke pulls the guard.
Worked really well to get that butterfly in, and as you say, get back to guard after a big slam. I mean, he lost that side control almost the moment he got it.
Yeah, Butler would have been very pleased to get straight past that guard because he had a torrid time in the guard the first round. But good work from Staerke, just simple hip escape and get back to guard, and now he can work from here again.
And Staerke continuing to do the more significant work off his back at the moment.
Yeah, chopping away with the shots from the bottom. 1 foot on the hip, so he's got an option to try and push away and get back up to his feet, or other options to try and set up sweeps, submissions. You keep seeing him trying to get that knee inside the bicep, usually to set up a triangle.
Again, Butler using his head position very well. Smart fighting that. But if he can't work to advance.
Again, you see Staerke trying to control that wrist. He wants a triangle on that right-hand side, pushing inside the bicep now. Butler just savvy enough to it there to pummel that arm back in. Half guard now.
This could be one of the best positions Butler's had so far. He's looking for. Is he just looking to control? Is he looking for the choke there, Jay?
Yeah, you've got both options from there, depending on where his neck's sitting when you take it. A lot of the time, if the guy goes for the underhook, you can go for an arm in guillotine. Obviously, most guillotines are finished a little bit easier with the arm out, which he could have worked for there. He might look for the armbar. Good work from Staerke to get on top.
Excellent, good, explosive hip escape.
Yeah, you saw Butler looking for that armbar. There was a brief opportunity for the armbar there, and he was pushing Staerke's face to try and get his leg over his head, but Staerke done a good job now, and now he's on top with a bit of time to work.
And for a moment there, wide open guard. But again, what he's doing from this position that Butler couldn't do is he's trying to take advantage of it. He's continuing to work, land shots.
Yeah, and Butler's got a tight grip there, behind the back, 2 underhooks there, holding his man in. So he's doing his best to try and close that distance as well. But Staerke's trying to punch through the guard regardless.
And of course, under the amateur rule set, can't sort of cross face and drop elbows.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, one of the things that eliminates is that real close range work. You need a bit of distance to land a punch other than a little chipping shot, whereas, an elbow can do damage with millimeters. And unfortunately, these guys don't have that to work with. And rightly so, but, that can be a totally different position if you can elbow the guy.
Again, 2 very competitive rounds.
Yeah, I mean, this is 50-50. This is a very close fight so far.
Making this round really important. Do you want to stay away from the ground now? If you're Butler, is that not where you're going to win this fight, or do you continue to work to obviously he's a grab. He likes to engage in the grappling, but hasn't worked out so far.
Yeah, but his biggest successes of the fight have been the 2 big takedowns. He hasn't managed to advance his position much from the top, but he's never been in a great deal of trouble from the guy off the bottom either. So it's interesting. Sometimes you just go for what especially if you're getting tired in the 3rd round of a fight. Look for the kick there. You could see Staerke setting it up, looking low, going high. And now those
uppercuts started to land.
Yeah, nice bit of dirty boxing. And now Staerke trying to take the top position with a clinch on the fence.
Butler reaching down for that single, but used it to separate and get some distance. But on the feet at the moment, I think Staerke has proved to be just a little bit slicker.
Yeah, you know, and he looks quite powerful with the shots as well. He really throws everything into the kicks. I'd like to see him set him up a little bit more with the punches. He set up before that landed was the look low, kick high. If he sets him up behind the shots as well, he's going to give himself a better success rate. Okay, nice low kick. And he looks to be growing in confidence. If he can land these shots and get back out of the range without engaging too much, then, you know, that's how he's been taken down the first 2 rounds. Just a little bit overexcited, and then Butler timing it well. Now with the feints as well.
Oh, and again, Butler using his aggression to secure that takedown. Again, he's in half guard. He's fairly high up. He's a comfortable position at the moment. He needs to advance now and look for the sub or do some damage.
Yeah, you know, down in this round, he's eating some hard shots the first half of this final round. You know, just holding this position, I think, will probably not be enough. He needs to try and strike, advance, and look for submission.
Trying to work himself a little higher up in that half guard.
Looking for the sweep there. Oh. Gets mounted. He's going to come out of the back door. Or will he get triangled?
Nice and higher. Will he get caught in the triangle?
There's the triangle.
There it is.
Staerke trying to slam it, trying to turn his way
out. Oh, and now it's a mounted triangle.
But the hands, the legs are not locked very tight.
And he escapes.
Looks for the knee.
Rolls through, and the fans around us start to come to life, which is awesome.
Whoa, scramble, that chokes on.
Has it in?
That's tight. That is very tight.
Not hand fighting at all here.
Staerke might go out from this position.
He's looking.
He might go out.
He's looking.
You can see the grimace on his face. That looks so tight.
And he's out. It's a technical submission.
What a finish from Butler. We said he needed the finish, and that scramble was just phenomenal.
Unbelievable.
And, you know, to Staerke's credit, he was never going to tap there.
He was now, look in his eye that being seen by the doctors now. A bit of oxygen perhaps, but a big finish. Coming out of Rhys Butler just when he needed it.
Yeah, perfect. That was what a wonderful finish. And that scramble at the end was so exciting. And Butler moving through the ranges that quickly. Excellent work. What a lovely finish.
Well, is this a case that Staerke's going to look back at this and think, why did I engage in that craziness? We had a few seconds of just some wild action, and from there Butler
took advantage. Yeah, excellent work. Great fight from both guys.
Phenomenal. Pass it over to our MC for the official result.
Ladies and gentlemen, your appreciation for our fighters, please. And so we have a winner, 2 minutes and 40 seconds into round number 3.